Welcome to the High School Sports Extra presented by Don Marshall Auto. We begin with a great rivalry. Lexington Catholic and Boyle County. These two have met in the regular season and playoffs in 7 of the last 8 seasons. Each time the team that wins the regular season meeting.
They also win the postseason rematch.
That's right.
The Knights have been on a run in this series, claiming 6 of the last 7. 3 of those wins over the Rebels in regional championship games.
Let's get to the highlights brought to you by Mr. Electric. Boyle County looking to go 8-0 and take control of this district. The Rebels' Josiah Robbins looks left, comes back right to Nick Roney. He plows his way into the end zone. But the Knights have an answer with the deep ball. Kirk Fago lets it fly, and J.J. Ogbogu is behind the defense.
Man, he can play.
Perfect strike. Catholic by a touchdown. A wild one, 31-24. Bryan Station beat Scott County last season to snap a 13-game losing streak to the Cardinals that spanned 15 years.
Well, that also ended Scott County's streak of 22 straight wins against Lexington schools. Rematch tonight in G-Town.
Macho Man. I want to be a macho man.
We're going to talk about the macho man. Second play of the game. Scott County star running back Keith Guy rolls his ankle. Fumble in the process. Guy went to the sideline, iced that joint. No Keith Guy means a healthy dose of this guy. Coming up, it's Noah Hughes. He's a bowling ball with legs. They handed it to him 4 straight times with that last carry, resulting in a Cardinals touchdown. Scott County leads 9-0 after the first. And the Cards with a little get back for last year's loss to the Defenders. 40-24 your final score.
Henry Clay at Dunbar, the Blue Devils have taken 14 of the last 15 from the Bulldogs. It was a scoreless tie at the half. Third quarter, Jefferson Harkless takes the direct snap out of the Wildcat, getting into the end zone. The extra point was no good, but it's 6-0 Dunbar. Henry Clay comes back. C.J. Tackett looking long. Is Tyven McWhorter going to catch it? You know he is, or else we wouldn't show it. 67 yards. And Henry Clay would add another score in the fourth quarter. The Blue Devils do it again to Dunbar, 14-6.
Madison Central in search of its first win over Lafayette since 2011. Late first half, the new UK commit Walker Wood. Central up by 1. Walker Wood over the middle to Mason Alstad, 19-14 Generals at the break. Second half, the give is to Javarius Robinson. Right up the middle, untouched.
It's
touchdown.
Mr. Robinson's neighborhood.
Lafayette gets it going in the second half, 45-28.
Clark County had won 6 of its last 7 meetings with Tate's Creek, not tonight, and the Cardinals are probably thankful that we don't have the highlights from this one. It was 36-zip at the half. Commodores sailed to a 43-14 win. Clark County 0-8 now. Somerset averaged 11 wins a season from 2009 to 2013, but last year the Briar Jumpers had none, 0-10. They're back on the right track.
Yes, they are playing much better this year, very similar to LCA's situation. The Eagles averaged about 11 wins a year from 05 to 2010, then dropped to 1-10 2 years ago before bouncing back last year with 6 victories. So, district showdown between the Jumpers and the Eagles. 1 on the ground, 1 in the air. Briar Jumpers down 28-20. The third, Castle Hatcher completes a 10-yard pass to Isaiah Cornett. Brings Somerset to within 128-27. Late in the third, Dylan Wheatley. You may see this young man again later. He wears number 32. Down the sideline into the end zone. 277 yards rushing for Wheatley, and he's still rumbling.
He's a train.
LCA 42, Somerset 34, and that was without Clay Hawk, their best defensive player.
Same district, Danville hosting Somerset. Very first play from scrimmage, we pick it up mid-play. The Admiral Stephen Ray, in the dark of night, finds some daylight. 29-yard TD run. It's 7-zip Danville. On the ads, next possession, Zach Dampier hits Ellison Stanfield. 20 yards later, it is 14-0 ads. All ads tonight. 56-0. Third shutout of the year for Danville. First time Admirals have had 3 in a season since 2010. All right, Bishop Brossart has never won more than 6 games in a season since the school started its football program 8 years ago. The Mustangs are 7-0 this season.
Yeah, somebody else that's undefeated too. Paris 8-0. The last time the Greyhounds were 8-0, 1983. That was in the midst of their 38-game winning streak, which included back-to-back state championships. What would happen tonight?
Bishop Brossart and Paris essentially playing for the district title. Under a minute to go before halftime. 3rd and goal for the Greyhounds. Big Kobe Garrett punches it in after he had just broke off an 83-yard TD run to break a 7-all tie. Now it's 21-7 Paris. Final play of the half. Garrett scores touchdowns and eats quarterbacks. Look at Kobe Garrett.
Oh, my gosh.
Lunch, baby. He got the big sack. Harris wins its first district title since 2001, 34-21.
Big district matchup, 5A football, Montgomery County and Anderson County. Indians backed up to the first. A bad snap to Gunnar Gillis. He's swallowed up, speaking of lunch, by the Bearcats. Anderson County puts together a drive at the end of the first. Ryan Martin goes in from a yard out. Anderson County on the board, but Montgomery County scores twice in the second half. The Rock Eaters win it 14-10. That is a low-scoring game, but a win nonetheless. Same district. Bring the hammer.
Oh,
Eagles. Madison, Southern, Woodford County. The Eagles dropping the hammer, but Woodford strikes first. Trey Thurman sheds a tackle, and now it's a foot race with Hunter Richardson. Thurman will make it. 41-yard shot, 7-0 Jackets. The Eagles decide to score at will after that. Aaron Sloan gives Richardson the shot on offense. Nobody's going to catch him this time. 35 yards later, we're tied at 7-7. Madison Southern, no trouble tonight. 50-13 over Woodford County.